Okay, in the last video, we created this pickup widget blueprint, and we spent quite a bit of effort making this layout, which contains icons and text. And now we want to add this to our base weapon blueprint. So go back into base weapon BP, and we're going to add the pickup widget to this. We don't see our widget component, and that's because we didn't actually create it in the constructor. So in item.cpp, we need to create pickup widget. So just under our creation of collision box, we're going to say pickup widget equals create default subobject uWidget component. And we'll call this pickup widget. And we can set up the attachment to the root component. So set up attachment, get root component. And of course we need to include the header. So here is uWidget component in the documentation, and the header is components/widget component. So we'll add this at the top. And that should satisfy this, so we can now compile. Okay, we've compiled, and back here in the base weapon BP, we have the pickup widget. Now, if we select this, in the details panel, we can scroll down to user interface, and we're going to configure this. Now for space, we can select world space or screen space. Now we want to choose screen space because this is a HUD. We want it to be drawn on the screen and not in the world. If you choose world, it's kind of like a billboard or a sign in 3D space, and we don't want that. For the widget class, we're going to choose our pickup widget BP. And for draw size, we can choose to draw this at a particular size. I'm going to choose, say, 300 by 100, but again, we can tweak this. Now we can compile and save, and now when we press play, we'll see our widget here, and it's drawing to the screen exactly in the location of the gun, so it's kind of covering the gun, but that's a detail we can fix later. But you'll see that the widget looks a bit too thin. The submachine gun text is spilling over the widget, so these are some things that we can fix. We'll go ahead and go back to base weapon BP and the widget, and we'll just draw this a little bit bigger. Let's say 300 in the X to say 400, and press play. And it looks a bit more appropriate. It might be a little too stretched out, but we can make the Y a little bit larger, say 125, 150. Let's try 125. Give that a shot. And that's looking pretty good. Okay, so this will conclude this video. We have added a pickup widget BP to our base weapon blueprint. We have one in the world here, and we've configured it to draw this HUD element to the screen. And in the next video, we would like to only draw this to the screen when we're looking at it. And what I mean by that is if we're over here and we're too far away, we don't want to see this widget. We only want to see it when we're close enough and when we're aiming right at the gun on the ground. That's when we want to see this widget pop up to show us what it is that we're looking at, and also to show us how to pick it up. Okay, so that's what we will set up in the next video. So we will see you then.